Alright, so we'd like to see how we can insert a table in Microsoft Word. Then also we'll look at how we can format the table, edit the content. So let's begin by doing the insert. So we go to the insert tab. So you check the tabs here. The first one is the file tab, the home tab, the insert tab. We have the design, page layout. So we are going to click the insert. So you can see over here, we can see the tables here. So this is where we insert a table. So if you click the drop down arrow here, you can insert any dimension of table you want. So this will give me 2 by 2 table. This will give me 5 by 4 table. This will give me 9 by 4 table. So we can begin with any one that suits what you are going to do. But remember that you can always adjust the table after inserting it. So let's begin by inserting a 5 by 3 table. So this will have 3 columns and 5 rows. 3 columns and 5 rows. So we see that. So we have the 5 columns rather. 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 rows. The first row, the second row, the third row. So let's begin by giving our table a heading. So whatever heading you want to give, you can just give the table a heading. So this is currently our table headings. So whatever you did on day 1 can go under the column for day 1. So maybe day one you sold 52 items. You can type 52 there. So it can happen that the days have morning and afternoon. In the afternoon, you sold 50. So in case maybe you would like to insert another column to the right, you just have to select this column. Then you right click on it. Then you come to insert. So over here, you can insert columns to the left or insert columns to the right. So I want to insert columns to the left. So I'll click the very first one here. I'll click the very first one here. So I want to indicate whether it is morning or afternoon. So I can type morning here. Then I can type afternoon here. So you can see that this particular cell here, we don't need it anymore. So how do we get rid of it? How do we get rid of this? You can just click inside. You click inside of it. Then you come to the design here under table tools. Design under table tools. So you see the table tools, you click on the design. So you come to borders. So we don't want the top border. So you click. You repeat the same process. We don't want uh, the one to the left as well. So that's gone. Now, in case you would like to add another row, so this time you've already added 3 rows, 3 columns, but you needed an additional row. How will you do that? Okay, it's pretty easy to do that. You can just select any of the rows here, any of the cells here in the last row. Then you press the key, the tab key on the keyboard. You notice that anytime you press the tab key, it moves to the next cell. So if I press the tab key on the keyboard, it goes to the last cell here. Now if I press the tab key again, there's no other cell to the right, so it will insert another row. So that is what it did. So I can now type evening over there. So even if you have already added a table, maybe you've already added a dimension, be it 5 by 3, you can still edit the dimension as you are working on the table. So that way you can customize the table to fit what you want, exactly what you want. Then you can enter into the cell here. If you select this over here, you can edit the font, the text, the color of the text. So if I want to change the font, I just click the drop down arrow here and change it to the one I want. If I want to increase the font, I can do that. I can adjust the width of the columns. So if you want to adjust the width of the columns, just hover on the line here until the cursor turns into a two-head arrow. So the cursor is now turning into a two-head arrow. So I can shift to the left to widen the column for day 2. I can shift to the right to widen the column for day 1. So you can widen the column anyhow you want it. So you can repeat the same thing for any of the columns. So you can again go back and click that. Then you can insert or delete. Now you can also change the color as we said. You can change the border over here as well. In case you like to merge any two cells, you can easily do that. So let's say you want to merge this and this. You just have to select the two cells, then you right click, then you click merge cells. If you want to insert a row between morning and afternoon, you can do that. You can select this row here for the morning. And you right click, you go to insert rows below. So you click insert rows below. You can see that a row is inserted over there for you. Again, you can also do that using the tab here, the design tab. So if I select this row for the afternoon, I can go to the design tab. Sorry, you have to go to the layout tab rather. You can go to the layout tab, then insert below. So you can insert to the right, insert below. So I've selected a row, so I'm going to insert below. So I click this, a row comes below. So I can write. I can merge all of these here. So right click, merge cells. So you can write maybe anything you want over there. So there was a break here. If you want to center this, you go to the home tab, then you center. You can repeat the same thing here. You go to the home tab, center, then this time you right click, then you merge cells. So break. You can change the font color. Just double tap quickly in succession. It will select the content and change the color. So thank you very much for joining the live, for joining us live. If you have any question, you can just ask it in the comments. But before that, you need to subscribe before you'll be able to ask a question. So if you have any question, you can type it in the comment.